Hello everybody, how yous doing? It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of the Romoyne Square, and I'm joined here with my partner
Georgia.
And this is the 10 years in podcast, and we're at episode 21 now. If our podcast was American, it would be legally allowed to drink, because it's 20, it was not actually 21 years old, 21 episodes, but aye, fuck that one.
That was a shite joke. So yes, we're on episode 21. I actually feel like I've saw Curtis more in the last couple of weeks than I have my own child, because I feel like we're never at this podcast studio, but I'm not complaining.
I know, I like it here. Well,
Do you like it that much?
aye, well, we've got to be moving soon, man. We've got to pastures now.
Yes.
I don't know if I ought to say that.
I don't think Curtis
is.
is. Oh, you can say it. Aye, so Curtis is moving to a new studio, which is exciting.
We'll be moving to a new studio as well.
Yes,
we can assert our dominance, like Doug's and pish all over the place, so everybody knows it's yours to be in here first.
He's like, I'm not allowing that to happen.
You know,
So he's not
metaphorically pish.
announced the new place yet, the new studio, but we know we're moving.
We'll leave that to him, not me. We know. God, technically, we don't actually know where it is. Not me. We've got a rough idea.
Well, he has told us. You've probably just not been listening.
No, I have been, but it's not. We've not got a concrete. But I don't know. I don't know what the street's called. I don't know actually where it is. Not I mean, there you're right, fair enough.
So yes, welcome back. And if you've made it to episode 21, thanks so much.
I don't know, if you're just joining us, go back and watch the other 20 episodes and let us know what you think, and then get right back in the saddle and get it up.
I posted a video on my TikTok a couple of weeks ago, and a guy, Graham, responded and said he went back and listened to every episode, which was brilliant.
To be fair, a lot of people are saying that so somebody commented that you're that they can see that we're getting much more confident as we progress on the podcast. We're obviously starting to find our feet with it in that as well. What do you think about that?
I would agree.
I would agree
Just
too.
starting to be myself. I'd say it took a couple of episodes. I was really nervous. That people like to tell me on TikTok how nervous I was.
Well, fuck them.
Exactly. That's what I would say in no so many words.
No, but you're coming. Your confidence is shining through. You're smashing on TikTok now, doing this. You're really.
Just doing everything I'm told, so I don't get shouted at anyway.
Good. Oh, good man.
The biggest buzz I've had this week, though, is that somebody has messaged into the Instagram and said that, because on the back of our podcast, when I spoke about the Heart of Gold, which is the jewellery shop and the bar is, they've went to the shop because they love gold jewellery. I was like, yes.
I was telling him to get sovereigns, man. He's already got sovereigns.
He had them all his fingers, and he sent
all his gold.
Picture back.
Good boy. He actually, as well, said that the podcast has helped him and his missus, because he's got ADHD, and instead of his missus expecting him to do stuff, they took our advice for the podcast. I tell your partner if you got ADHD that you want them to do it, and then that will more than likely happen.
Work sometimes.
Sometimes.
No go to work all the time.
No, all the time, no, definitely, because no doubt probably forgets I'm on the way to do it. But big up to the man. I'm not got to say him because he likes to be under the radar. He does. Doesn't like people talking at him. Doesn't like people knowing.
It's your cloak and dagger.
Your cloak and dagger. Doesn't like. He only wants to see wrestling and stuff he likes on Instagram, so he's not got any of his pals or anything like that on it. Just
really?
I just wants to see wrestling and stuff like that. Doesn't want to see what you had for your dinner or your way in starting school.
Valid. Each to their own.
Fair.
So when we left the last episode we done, we were off to Amore, which is the pasta place in Renfrew, and we got some good food.
You got a big munch, man.
I know somebody wrote, much that cost you $3,000.
If I'm spending $3,000 on food, no offence to Amore, it was lovely jubbly, but I'm not spending it in a Italian.
What type of food would you spend $3,000 on?
Spend it on a holiday.
No, I know, but if you had to put, that wasn't the question.
That would be part of it. We would fly somewhere and we'd go and get food.
But what food would you pick?
We'd go to Japan and eat fucking katsu curry in Japan.
It probably cost you about £3.
No, but the flights.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say I'd still pick macaroni.
Italy, go to Italy and we'll make macaroni.
It wouldn't be as good.
How?
My mum makes really good macaroni.
You make your own bad macaroni?
And it's like the hard, like, cheese on the top, like the burnt cheese on the top. It tastes amazing.
All you do is just get macaroni and cheese, make it, and then stick the cheese on top and put it back in the grill, and
It'll have that.
Tiff,
Yeah. No,
should start doing that. Should start making that.
Do you know what? It takes ages. Like, you need to, with the milk, with flour and stuff and whisk and all that for ages, and it just, see, every time I get in for work at night, I actually don't want to even talk to anybody, never mind make dinner for everybody.
Fair enough. My favourite part of the weekend was, I thought this is what you were going to say, was when a group of boys bumped into us and noticed who I was and were asking me for pictures and all that. And one, who the guy was telling me he was a big Ravie Davie fan, watching my stuff on TikTok. He turned out to Georgia, and what did they say?
Oh, you're can't even say it for laughing. Oh, you're getting fit for 30, aren't you? So we went up the tune. We actually went to a 21st birthday party.
Aye, rode around the paper ball. Happy birthday, my man. Hope you had a great day.
And that was all in the Millcroft in Rutherglen. And then we just went through the tune, parked at the Gorbals because the Celtic game was coming out. And then we just walked across the bridge because we were going to the Christmas markets.
Aye.
We're making a dedication to do something to talk about on the podcast because we're trying to mix it up a bit. So we thought instead of going to a takeaway or to a restaurant, we'll go to the Christmas markets because so busy.
I go and see Wicked.
I know, I was just about to get onto that actually. So we went into the tune and a big group of boys stopped David. We were like jumping over the topey and everything.
Aye, loving it. George was a wee bit concerned because obviously I don't change, even if it's one person that recognise me. It's a big group of boys that recognise me. I'm obviously offending to play up to it because I'd imagine these people are fans of what they see online, so I need to act like what they see online. Not mean.
I get dead uncomfortable because they all that when people see you, it's like jumping on you, and then you're just on there. And sometimes you can be bothered, but other times you're just not in the mood. You need to get you in the right moment, and I hate it because I just don't ever know the way you're got to be. So we were going
to be fair, but I'm just obviously acting like myself, and sometimes they don't know how to take it. They expect me to be like.
Some people are in shock when they see David and they don't see Ravie Davie and they think, what's that grumpy cunt talking about?
There's one thing that always happens to me when people obviously see me like, come here, get a picture. I'm like, no, you come here to me, you want a picture? Why am I walking at you, mate? No, not really. Like, say, I'm going this way. Come here.
I know.
And then people go like, what the fuck? What do you mean, mate? No fucking.
I
you got to give me money for it.
Like that time when we went into my work and you were sitting up the back in the office and people were like, why is he so quiet, or why is he not talking? I was like, he's not actually like that all the time. That would just be unbearable.
I know. To be fair, the way I'm up, a lot of people say it's unbearable anyway, never mind me doing it 24/7. So
see, I was listening to, I can't remember, I was listening to a video the other day and they were saying that Sam Thompson, who goes out with Sarah McDermott as a lassie for Love Island, he's got ADHD, and people were saying like to her, like, how'd you put up with him and stuff? And she was saying, well, actually, I get a completely different version for everybody else because by the time he's back in the house, he's knackered and he can't actually bother talking. And I was like, that's kind of the way I feel about David.
Oh, that's funny.
So we went to George Square and there was a massive queue.
It was heaving,
the actual length of George Square to get into the Christmas markets. David tried to go in the back, try to get us in the exit at the back.
Tried to bribe the
security
guard.
Tried to pay the security guard to let us in. The guy was like, no. The guy clearly wanted the money.
On his face, to be fair. He was basically saying, I've not got a prize, but if you start offering me something, it might end up getting in my pocket. I'll get you in, but I don't know what to chat. I don't know what to get this guy's job. Not I mean.
So we end up just thought, what is the point? Like, we were having to wait on people to come out.
It was ridiculous.
For us to get in. Like, you could have been waiting there for so long. I think it's because there's a lot more rides.
And that one, to be fair as well, the St. Enoch one was absolutely pish, to be honest. Not I mean. I got one of the Yorkshire pudding wraps, which, to be honest, I did actually really enjoy. It was really nice, but it didn't have tomato sauce. We had to go and use tomato sauce for one of the other stalls, and it was fucking mad, wiry, shite tomato sauce. It wasn't.
That's what it always is it not?
No, you need Heinz, man. Come on, Heinz have actually started putting out their bottles. They've got a certain, they've got a colour and the outline it. Right, this is the colour of red that is the ketchup, and you can tell if it's fake or if it's real.
Really?
Aye.
Only you would know that.
It's a fucking fact. They've actually promoted it.
It's a fact.
Aye, they actually promote it and say, obviously tell people, like, don't be confused. People try to get on, they've got Heinz.
You would never in a month for Sundays would you? You know the taste. Like, you can tell the difference straight away.
That's no good, man. Like, to be fair, it's not bad. It's better than fucking other sauces, man. But it's like that, man. It's like this one you get in like burger vans and all that. It's pure.
Do you in a chippy? Do you know what it do? Me like vinegar or something?
Aye. It's pure acidic.
Aye. No good. So, and then on to the fact that me and David have been arguing constantly because I don't want to go and see Wicked, and David is completely offended. There's Curtis. Are you also offended?
No. You want to come with Curtis? Fuck it.
I used to can go together.
To be fair, I've had hundreds of people actually take me up, say me a bit more for not because George doesn't want to go with me. But I think it's a great movie. Well, I've never
2 hours and 40 minutes of singing.
Aye, there's no George. It's no 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a musical, right? So obviously there's actual. It's like the pantomime. It's like there's parts of it where they're no singing, and then they go into song and dance, and obviously fucking express themselves.
I know,
and get
a musical.
Aye, but you don't obviously because you're sitting making noise of all the days fucking sing. No singing for
Are you generally know what to go and see it?
Nah.
Have you ever been to, I'm guessing you've never seen it in the theatre?
No.
I have.
Have you seen it?
I haven't been to London and seen it, man.
It's Georgia, it's amazing.
It's brilliant, aye.
Amazing.
It changes your full perspective on the Wizard of Oz and everything.
Really?
Aye.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
Honestly,
Totally
it's one of the greatest things I've ever watched in my life. The theatre version.
But I actually kind of trust Curtis.
Sorry, David.
Bam.
It's I've not seen the film yet, but I'm dying to see it. But it's one of the best musicals out there.
Really?
100%.
Maybe we'll need to go then.
I think you should go and see it in London, though. I think you'll get a different perspective on it on the stage for the theatre.
You need to obviously take me to London now. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I was doing on the 28th.
Shut up now.
Oh, you wanted to... Oh, why do you want to go on the 28th to London?
Wrestling.
You want to be on a wrestling show over Christmas and New Year?
Aye. My job, I want to make money. I've not got 2 weeks of wrestling schools. I have to make money somehow, know what I mean?
The money you spend getting to London and when we're doing there.
But it'll be an investment because then I'll get over and I'll become very popular.
Okay.
I'll be wrestling down there all next year.
Okay. Well, if you want to pay, you can search up the flights net.
That's your job.
Right, anything else you want to cover on the Christmas markets?
Actually, so I had the Yorkshire pudding wrap. It was lovely, but then I went down and got these cookies and brownies, and they were fucking rotten, man. They must have been. Georgia was saying they'd probably been sitting there for ages, which I actually did. Big, massive ones as well.
Like stuffed cookies.
They were like £6 each. Barking of pure. Do you know how they're not? You know they're bad or not? Both turned his nose up at them, returned them all.
Aye.
And kids don't really home back cookies. So. It wasn't any good. I ended up eating one of the cookies, to be fair. That was alright, but wasted £24 or something like that. So the Yorkshire pudding wrap was good. I've always wanted to try one of them since they became viral, just never really had the chance to get one. Always wanted to be safe and all, I mean, like you're spending a lot of money at these stalls and that, so usually I just end up being safe, and me and George got like churros and stuff like that. But this year I got my Yorkshire pudding wrap and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. Would recommend. Would actually like to get it for somewhere that probably maybe a bit more quality, because even though it was nice, I know yourself, these Christmas market things are probably very high in price. They're paying to actually have their stalls there, and that's so probably a lot of cheap quality stuff they're using. So the fact that they made it taste really nice, fair play. But I'd like to try one out of like a Toby Carvery or something like that. I mean, an actual big meaty Yorkshire pudding, crispy and all that, tomato sauce slathered in the middle, rolled up, gravy, all that.
That sounds like your type of heaven.
It does, I like a roast. Back to Amore, to be fair, but we never actually finished on that. We kind of ended up just going to talk about me. But I would
we were talking about you.
£3,000 meal. What would you do if you had £3,000 to spend on a meal? Macaroni?
I'd go for macaroni.
Fair play. Anyway, but I really enjoyed Amore. I got a spicy Mamma Mia. It was a pizza with spicy sausage, spicy chilies, or a spiciness. Pardon me, that's a double pop. Spicy pepperonis, all that stuff. Really enjoyed that. And then I got a brand new thing, a rigatoni spezialia or something like that. Really enjoyed that. Had it was like a tomato based sauce with a big rigatoni pasta, bits of spicy sausage in it. I think some like bolognese. Tanned that.
It looked really nice.
That was really good. Then Georgia got the
macaroni
and chips and cheese, and we got the mozzarella dippers to share. So I'm already anyway. I should imagine a lot of sure it's not like a hidden gem or anything like that. I imagine you've all been to the one either.
But they say that on the reviews, don't they?
I know everything's
a wee hidden gem.
Everything's a hidden gem. What's the other one? Everything's a hidden gem. Oh, fuck it. Everybody's
Run,
nice.
don't walk.
Everybody's nice. What?
That's a favourite, personal favourite. People say,
What?
Run, don't walk.
Run, don't walk. But I know Amore is there's one in Alexandra Paradeway as well, and it's really good. You should go and try it out. I would get a good 9 out of 10, and if it wasn't very, very more expensive, we would be there all the time probably.
But to be fair, it was £42. No, that got quite a lot.
No, I
The
suppose.
pastas are in like big, thick
They're massive
boxes.
jugs, man. You could probably have 2 days worth of that.
Aye. I'd say it's worth it.
I know it is worth it. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, if you're balling on a budget, you know what I mean? It might not be something you want to go and get every week. If you're balling on a budget, you're not going and getting it every week. Not I mean, fuck.
Correct. So because we didn't go and see Wicked, we both watched a movie. So David actually sat down and watched the telly for once, gives in a huff about no got to see Wicked, and we watched a wee Christmas movie. Well, it's a new movie that's out on Netflix called Our Little Secret.
Our Little Secret.
On you go. No, you can explain it.
Right, so what it's about is Lindsay Lohan is the lead character. You remember Lindsay Lohan from movies such as Mean Girls, one of my personal favourites, or
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap, yep, movies like that. And then the guy, don't know who the guy is, never seen him before, but they're the two main characters, and they used to go out with each other, were in a relationship. She was moving to Europe, and she was obviously having to split up from him, so he proposed to her. Didn't work out because she wasn't staying. He was proposing to her so she'd stay. She didn't stay. Knocked him back. Said some derogatory stuff about her mother. And then 10 years later, I think it is, probably even longer, maybe 12, something like that, they both bump into each other again in hilarious circumstances. They're both now dating a brother and sister who are quite mummy and dad. Mummy's children. The mum is quite a integral part of the story, OTT part of the story, and obviously hilarity ensues. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's definitely a good movie to watch. What you got to say about it?
No, I really enjoyed it. They are visiting the mum's house at Christmas. So the full movie's based around them being there at the holidays.
So
and it's funny.
I would definitely agree. Go and watch it and let us know what you think. I would rate it 7 out of 10.
Same.
It's not something that you would. Don't imagine it's something that you'll watch every Christmas. Not I mean,
no, it's an easy watch
in a year or two, but
it's just something new that's on Netflix.
It's an hour and a half as well, so it's you're not sitting watching it for ages. Aye, go and tune in.
Love it. Right, okay. So last week we done a wee episode on couples debates and split opinions.
I know.
You got to say something?
I just said I know. We did.
And we were going to do a part 2.
Right.
So, have you found the questions, Mr. Quizman?
I have actually. It's one of the ones. It's quite funny. This could absolutely, because the podcast episode has been out, so it could be absolutely shite. No, I mean, we could be saying this and then people could not like it, but I don't think so, because it was me. It's been trying to find this for weeks. Not I mean, so if it is shite, it's on me. It's not gotta be, alright?
What do you mean? Because we've pre-recorded?
Because we've not had the episode yet, so we've not had any feedback on how we've done this segment for last week. But we were doing the other 10 parts of it. So obviously if it came out and everybody was like, oh, that was shite, probably shouldn't do that. We'd probably not do this other part.
Well, this is what it's all about, a bit of feedback.
No, it's about learning. No, just
you need to talk to us and tell us how we going on.
Anyway, let's start. So it was agree or disagree. Split opinions on couples. So we've done part 1 to part 10, and this is now part 11 to part 20. So do you think women should change their last name when they get married?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Aye. Do you?
Well, I would agree. Obviously, if you don't want to get your name changed, then fair enough. Not I wouldn't pure moan about it, but I don't see why. What's the point in getting married if you don't want to change your second name? I feel like everybody knows that's kind of a part of what you're getting yourself in store for. So why be different? And this is coming from a guy who loves being different.
Somebody I know, the guy took the woman's surname. Do you know that? Somebody do you know somebody done that?
Like a double-barreled name sometimes, isn't it?
That's
like their surname.
That's what he done.
Aye.
So the woman's name, then his name last.
My mum didn't take my dad's name.
To be fair, right?
Why no?
Take it. Didn't like the surname. Simple as that. Didn't like the surname.
To be fair, right? when you told me that, that's not actually as bad then. That's like Sean Wright Phillips, not I mean, like, a hyphenated name. That's like, usually rich people do that, to be fair. But what I thought you were meaning that person had just took his missus' name, had gave up his full name.
Oh, some people have done that, 100%.
Aye, the problem is, but I thought that's when I was like, that's a bit much, know what I mean? At least the other one,
double barrel.
Like, I get that, sorry, that's not as bad then, know what I mean? The other day I was actually like, that's scandalous. I couldn't actually believe you were bringing it up, to be honest, man, because I was like, that's wild. Know what I mean? It's like, we're putting these people in, but I suppose it's not actually, that one actually, I don't have a problem with, but I still would say, if you're getting married, you would, the woman, I would imagine, knows that she's getting the second name. You ever want to be Miss David McCallum? Mrs. Georgia McCallum?
Do you ever want to be Mr. David Nisbet?
No, I do not want to be David Nisbet.
I don't even want to be Georgia Nisbet either. I'm more than happy to be swapping to a McCallum.
Right.
I don't like my second name.
What?
It's not even that, because everybody's like, oh, Rabsy Nisbet, and my granda was actually called Rab. So it was like this. People actually think I'm joking when I say that, but he actually was. Aye. I think Rabsy Nisbet name
Nesbit.
is Nes. Aye.
Right, number 12. It's okay to be attracted to other people while in a relationship.
Well, no, but I know that you fancy Trish Stratus.
But so you're disagreeing, right? I agree, obviously. No, you agree, so you agree with that, but I disagree for the simple reason is, right, obviously you're going to still find people attractive.
Well,
it's human nature. It's not as if it's saying, oh, it's okay to act upon being attracted to other people. Nobody's saying that, but if you're somebody that says, oh, I go out with somebody and I'm not attracted to anybody, I would actually see that. I would see that more as a red flag. Know what I mean? Like, I'm not going about going like, oh, I fancy this person, I want to shag this person, I want to tickle this person. Know what I mean? Like, sorry, my bad. But you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I want to do any of that. Just, I can appreciate a good looking person, know what I mean? Guys as well, I can appreciate a good looking guy, you know what I mean?
Tell us your thoughts on the good looking men.
Some good looking guys there, know what I mean?
Like who? Tell me.
Who would you mean? Like people that we actually know are real, or people
both
that are famous?
The people, people for Govan.
People for Govan? No, there's not many people for Govan, know what I mean? Steg's quite handsome, know what I mean, to be fair. Who else?
Typical one's got to be like Ryan Reynolds.
Adam's a handsome man. Officer Nick Justice, he's very handsome, to be fair. Not he could get away with being like a Magic Mike performer. Who else?
You're just going for all the wrestlers?
Oh no, fucking right. It's hard to hang. I'm on the spot here, but we've no planned for this.
I know, but you do stuff like this to me all the time.
This is a bit different, but it's not if I've got a fucking list of guys that I would fucking, if I was
right, well, if you think of somebody, we can come back to it.
Know what I mean? Well, Ryan Reynolds, Channing Tatum and all, they're obviously handsome guys, like fucking Chris Hemsworth. He's handsome. Justin Bieber, not my type, but he's a handsome guy, obviously. Loves his pulling. Big Jota that used to play for Celtic, he was a handsome man, know what I mean?
Yeah.
So aye.
Nice. Okay.
Who's your what's you into?
Apart from the obvious ones like Beyonce, Shakira.
You said that as if that's not an obvious one.
No,
is that a wee hidden gem?
We had to gem.
Walk, don't run, don't walk.
Who else? I think I'm also on the spot. We didn't plan for this.
Well,
right, what's the next question?
Next question is, so I disagree with it. You can obviously be attracted to people, and I actually think it's a red flag if you're something like that. No, actually, I don't. I'm not attracted to anybody else.
But that's like celebrities, it's different. Celebrity.
How? Couples don't have to be monogamous.
What does that even fucking mean?
It means couples don't have to only
be one on man.
Play hide the sausage with each other.
So would you agree or disagree with that?
I would. Couples have to be monogamous, right? That's what I say. I don't really want to say like. No, I mean the way they worded the question, it's like couples don't have to be monogamous. I'm not answering that when I agree or disagree. I'm just telling you that you can't shag about if you're going out with somebody. Alright, that's my stance on it. I'm monogamous. That's all I know.
Okay.
Right.
I'm also monogamous. Monogamous.
Mahogany. You shouldn't date if you're not over your ex. Agree or disagree?
I don't know, because I think a lot of people will try and like date other people to get to move on.
I disagree, to be fair. I think how are you going to get over your ex if you're just
That's
sitting,
what I mean.
I know what I'm saying, so I disagree with that.
Aye.
Not with you, with what they're saying. I just think, how you got to get out of them if you're just sitting in your house playing the script CD. She's all laid up in bed with a broken heart. Well, I'm all alone in my local bar. No, okay, no, anyway.
Right.
So, next one. It's okay to give in even when you're right.
You say that one, you must do that all the time.
I disagree. If I'm right, man, we're a fucking arguing.
Aye, you're one of the ones who like, see, I'm just like, oh, whatever. And then you keep going for the last word.
If I'm right and you're going whatever, that's you basically saying I've lost, but I'm not admitting I've lost. So I'm like, no, I'm at a fucking confession here.
You're literally right down to the finer details. Like you need to win, and you need to know that you've won.
Yes, because then if you ever bring it back up again, I've got it down in writing here. No, actually, I won this one.
There's not a fucking chance in hell you would remember from next time. Right, what's the next one?
Cheating isn't a choice, it's a mistake. No, cheating isn't a mistake, it's a choice.
Correct.
I agree with that. Aye, it's a definite choice. Unless if you tripped up and fallen in there. Know what I mean?
What's with the analogy?
It's true, but I don't know. How's it an accident?
Right, anyway.
Or they fell on top of you. It's okay for couples to post a lot about their lives together on social media.
Well.
It's the big show.
Well, it's a big show. Yeah. Why no? Because I get forced to do it every day.
You agree? You probably at one point disagreed.
At one point, I think you were on social media and people thought you were kidding on about having a girlfriend.
Because they never seen
it's just like Mina if still gaming in the background, like cooking the dinner.
Cooking the dinner and talking shit, but no online. So we agree with that because I false Georgia. First impressions always matter on a first date.
I'd say
disagree.
It's difficult because if people are nervous and stuff like me, then you probably wouldn't come across as your true self.
I don't know. I mean, I would say I disagree technically, not I mean, because obviously it depends on how much you like the person not done it and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure.
I think your body language says everything.
I'm sure.
If you're like uncomfortable, if you don't want to be there.
Obviously, it would ideally be good. Not I mean, ideally you would give a good first impression, but I'm sure. Especially, it probably is different for guys and women, but not. I mean, like if a guy heavy, his head over heels, or a birder's choking to get amongst her, or that kind of stuff. Like first impressions, probably it would help, but they're not going to like hang up at it. Whereas like women would probably bad first impressions. It's in a group chat with all the lassies, man.
Facts.
It's fucking. She's getting told never to go and see him again, even if she does heavily come. She's like, oh fucks. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the guys just probably like, oh well, what if she did fart, man? Who cares? Know what I mean? So that's my idea with that one. You shouldn't get into a relationship unless you have a healthy relationship with yourself.
I don't know about that one.
I would disagree with that one because you might need help getting fixed if you're like saying healthy relationship yourself, but you might have some fucking trauma that you're
exactly
not being able to deal with.
Then you find somebody else and he brings out the best in you.
Say that you're saying about me?
No, you thought that then. You looked like you were got a Greek. You didn't have any smiles. I have to say, Georgia, I've done that for you.
Ever?
What? I think we've both done that for each other.
Nah, I've helped myself all the way.
Shut up.
Obviously,
honestly, you just think you're wonderful.
No, I think I'm Wonderwall. That was the last one. So
okay, I've got a couple for you.
Have you? Aye. Go on, you go then.
Okay, so
Senorita.
Should all couples share money?
Depends on what you mean. Like,
so
if it should have a joint bank balance, no. But obviously, I would say me and you share money because we obviously like pay the bills together and stuff like that. We've also got our own money that we make together, and then we've got money that we make money ourselves, and then we've got like, money that we make together and that as well. So I would say if it's that way, I would agree. But if it's like having your own bank balance and that like joint account and stuff, I'd maybe say I'm not against that either, but I would just say that maybe there would need to be a bit more. I would just I feel like maybe if there was a joint account, there maybe needs to be more conversation on the spending and stuff.
Yeah,
that's me. But I wouldn't.
So I know a lot of people that they are both their incomes get paid into one account, and then the woman hide parcels when they get delivered and stuff. Like they're like, oh, I've been spending this and I need to hide it when I get in for work, or they need to get parcels delivered to other people's houses and stuff because they're not allowed to show how much money they've been spending. And I always think, God, I don't have that problem at all. So we just half in for the bills. Then we've got like our own phone bills and stuff. And I pay for my car and stuff like that because obviously you don't drive. And we just have our own money. But I guess everybody's different, eh?
I know some people that the guy pays for everything and the woman does everything in the house and all that, and they're happy. And then
When we spoke about, I can't remember if I said this last week, but when we spoke about that in work, a lot of women were saying that's what they would want today. They would want to just be in the house cooking and cleaning, and the guy goes out to work and gives them money. And I think that is my idea of hell. Like, I have been working
all your life.
I went for my first interview for a job like the week before my 16th birthday, then got the job and started when I just turned 16, and I honestly have not stopped it. Made a cold
cut of tea for them. We called that.
No, that was the second job. But I know the first job, that was in the savings bank in Pollock, and I haven't actually stopped working since. It's been all sort of office work.
It's what always happens to me. People always say to me on TikTok and all that, oh, you're on Universal Credit. I've worked all my life, man. Unfortunately, I'd love to get a wee one for I just go to sign on, man. That'd been brilliant. No, I mean, you wouldn't have been that. You would have probably still been nagging me, but at least I've been bringing money into the house and be like, yeah, man, just been. No, I mean, always had to get a job because.
That was like one of the biggest arguments me and David used to have, was that when we both stayed together, and then David would do like temporary jobs, and obviously, as we know, the jobs weren't for him because he wanted to be a wrestler. He was chasing this dream, but whilst he was chasing this dream, he had to go and do a job that he genuinely did not enjoy. And
never ever.
He would obviously he would be like, well, if you didn't stay here, then I would be able to sign on. because your job that we can't get money. And I'd be like, oh, I'm really sorry for actually getting up every day and got to work and paying my bills that I'm new the wrong one.
A bad guy, so you no, it was just because you're moaning at me obviously about not being able to sign on. Not, I was trying to fucking sign on. I was trying to get jobs, trying to do everything. Obviously.
Because as well, like when you decided at one point you wanted to go to college and you were doing youth work, and don't get me wrong, you were actually really good at it, but you had exactly, but you had like no motivation to go. And I told you at the time, like before you gave up the jobs that you were doing, like, don't do this because you're not going to enjoy it. I've always wanted to do this, and same thing as always, you're so motivated at the start, and then you're so unmotivated, it's unbelievable. And it was just getting more and more stressful. So obviously it took, this is taking years to like get to this point. Aye.
Final destination.
It's actually like crazy how much sometimes you just need to chip away to get to a point where like, okay, we can actually breathe and calm down now. It's been a long time.
You're still not calmed down, to be fair.
No, I still haven't calmed down because I feel like if I don't push you, then you're just got to take your, would you say, your eye off the prize?
You're the prize. I've always won.
Right, so this wasn't planned, but I'm going to talk about this tonight. So, I want to play a wee game of, it's got to say, am I the arsehole? But in this situation is, who's the arsehole? And it's a wee story about Gio and David, a wee argument that Gio and Ravie Davie had last year.
Last year.
Out. And this really, a lot of things tipped me all those right, but this really did. So, as you all know by now, me and David run wrestling shows, and one of the things we do at the wrestling shows is we have a tuck shop. You know where this is going to be, right? So, last year, David came in to me and he says to me, Georgia, one of the guys in the school's wife makes pick and mixes. And what?
I don't know.
One of the guys in the school's wife makes pick and mixes, and he's basically wrote a couple of figures up, and David shows me his phone, and the guys went away, said they can make X amount of pick and mix bags, they'll sell us it for X amount, we'll make X amount of profit, and they'll make whatever amount of profit. And I said, they look brilliant. It was like cone-shaped pick and mixes that we could sell at our stall, basically. And I was like, at the tuck shop. And I said, they look brilliant. The only thing is that they're saying that we have to sell the pick and mix bags for £3.50, which for everything that we sell in the tuck shop, that seems quite expensive. So I actually don't know if we should take them off their horns, because I actually don't think we'd sell them. And as well, I would have just sat there and ate them all, because I've got this fucking binge eating disorder, addicted to sugar, and one of my things on my list is pick and mix, right? So I was like, I can't be trusted with these sweeties in my house. So anyway, he was like, no, you're right, fair enough. Like, we do always sell things for 50 pence or £1 on the tuck shop. £3.50 probably is a bit steep. So that was it. We had the conversation, and that was all I heard. Weeks went by, and it was the day of our next wrestling show, and the dad texts me and says to me, all right, Georgia, just to let you know, that's all the pick and mix is all made up. I'll get you at the show the day. So I'm like, David, by the way, he's just texted me. I don't know what I'm going to say to him, and he's like, David said to me, what the fuck? I told him we didn't want them, right? But I've known David all my life, right? I know for a fact that's not been the case, and David hasn't told this guy, and his wife's went away and made all of these bags of pick and mix, and I felt terrible. So David's like, don't you text him back? I'll just text him and say to him, look, this is my fault. I'm sorry, I've forgot. And he's like, David said, I'll just apologise to him. So I just thought, that's no bother. So the wrestling show starts. I've took all the tickets. Everybody's in their seats and completely forgets all about the pick and mix. And the next thing, the dad walks in and says to me, I don't even want to face you, Georgia. And I said, how no? And he says to me, because obviously you've no text me back about these pick and mixes, and we've got them in this bag. Hands me the bag, which was full to the brim of all these sweeties, and said that we owed them, don't quote me, either £96 or £76. And I was like, all right, no, that's fine, no bother. And he's like, I feel pure uncomfortable because I feel like you don't want them and that. And I was like, no, I'm just being honest with you. Like, I'm really sorry, but I didn't actually know that you were bringing these sweeties. And he's like, all right, no, it's fine. But the wife had went away, she'd bought all the CPW logo stickers and everything. They looked brilliant. So I went away and says to David, who's in the changing room now, David gets the job of building all the wrestling ring, doing everything, but as soon as the doors open, he can go backstage, doesn't have to face anybody.
Shite.
What you got to say?
That's a lot of shite, man.
So anyway, me and David,
I've not cut them straight off.
I then goes backstage and says to David, you obviously never told him about these pick and mix, and his wife has just made them all. And he's like, I did tell him, right? So me and David nearly actually roll about outside this wrestling show out of a bag of pick and mix. And he's like, I did tell him. I said, you obviously clearly never. So me and him were actually screaming, arguing. At the end of the wrestling show, I didn't even help tidy up, just get boned the motor, slammed the door, drove home, and then the guy and his wife never spoke to me for months, thought I didn't like them, where they were uncomfortable to come to the shows and that. They didn't want to come to the nights out or anything because David had not told them that we did not want the pick and mix.
Because George overreacted.
No. So
at the next show, what happened then?
No.
Tell them what happened at the next show.
Then at the next show, we obviously had no option but to sell the pick and mixes. We managed to sell them all, but people complained about the price, which is what we expected.
Did they sell it? But
they did sell it. We got the money back. Yes, we got the money back, but it wasn't worth the people being uncomfortable with me. But it was fine because then we went to a night out. I got absolutely steaming and told them the full story and just explained that, in my opinion, you were the arsehole. But what's your views on that?
In my opinion, Georgia overreacted about something. That's my opinion in the matter. But obviously, happy wife, happy life. So I just agreed with her. And I moved on from the situation. But can I say I didn't feel awfully vindicated when we sold all of the pick and mix and Georgia came up and said to me, aye, well, you sold them all at the very least, so that's something. I was saying, is that you trying to say I'm right, but can I say the words?
No. I admitted a couple of weeks ago you were right. So anyway, I must be improving.
Getting there.
But aye, that took me back because there's been so many situations over the years where David will do something stupid and then for whatever reason it'll be me that has to face it, or I get out of trouble for something that you're doing because you're not replying to people's messages
Any other
and
ones?
stuff like that. No, off the top of my head, but there is so many. So,
Okay.
you any for me?
Nah, you're pretty sound. You don't do anything
I
bad.
don't do anything wrong.
Nah, just overreact to things.
I think it's more the embarrassment that I get where I can't help but control. Like, I hate that I actually get annoyed when you do stuff like that now because I'm like, it should be an expectation of me to know that you are just going to do daft stuff. Especially when it's like you need to be responsible for actually texting people back.
What?
Well, you do stuff like that all the time where you don't text people back and then they'll text me.
No, I do text them back, but I just forget to press send.
So where do you do it? In your memory?
No,
in your
obviously
brain?
I go that, and then I go and then something else comes up. Boom. Oh man, go and read that. Shit. Boom. Oh no. Or you know what, I'm watching a Football Manager video or I'm watching something on YouTube or something, and then before you know it I go and...
Before you know it, it's 5 weeks later
Mhm.
and then you've remembered about the person.
No, not that long, but sometimes. Sometimes I don't remember it, but sometimes I do remember it. I was like, I actually can't reply to them. It's too long.
It's too embarrassing.
Used to actually be heavy bad for that, try to get work for wrestling, like message promoters like, hello, how you doing? They'd write back to me, I don't get back to them. But I'd write out my CV and all that and just forget to send it.
Stupid. Anyways, so we've been alright recently, but I'm quite looking forward to this week because you're going to Ireland for
What are you looking forward to?
peace and quiet, obviously.
Well, I'm looking forward to having a big strong weekend away.
Nice. You're going with a big strong man.
Big strong man's got to sell a couple of bookings in Ireland
Buzzing for
after
him.
back all his hard work at CPW and that.
That's amazing.
He was actually saying that if he was like just getting, it's a wrestling company in Ireland who the guys that run it we've brought it to CPW and stuff like that. Seen the big strong man on the shows, really liked him, and now they're bringing him at his shows. And it's just good getting to see. One of the reasons I started CPW is because there's a lot of wrestlers in Scotland that I feel that were really, really good. They just weren't getting the opportunities, and now giving guys opportunities to get to go out and make names for themselves out with Scotland is a good feeling. And obviously it's one of my pals as well, so get to enjoy a couple of days in Ireland together, eating Super Max and hanging about with the boys.
Nice. Well, 4 days.
4 days. Thursday night got a Paul London seminar wrestling for RCW on Friday. Saturday I'm in a hardcore Christmas triple threat match, and then
Nice.
on Sunday I'm wrestling for OTT. I'm going to pitch to the promoter for the match on Saturday to change from a triple threat match to a 2-on-1 handicap match where one of the guys in the match is Kevin for Home Alone, and me and my other opponent, who will be my tag team partner, are the Sticky Bandits.
Nice. That'll be brilliant.
That'd be good.
I hate when you tell me these things and I know I'm not got to be there and I just like, I'm so gutted I'm missing it.
You can watch it back. 2 of the shows are on the Friday and Saturday are over 18s shows, so I'm going to get to practice for our
March.
over 18 our adult only show that's
I
coming up.
thought you've got to say like you've got to be able to practice like you're swearing in that because obviously you've not really been on that many over 18 shows in a while.
Got to practice my swear. I'm actually wanting no swear on the over 18s. I like to find no swear because it's harder. No swear's just shite.
Yeah, but I think that brings the crowd on. But it's more wild, obviously. So I'm looking forward to chilling out. I'm going to start wrapping some presents.
But so you've got to start rapping. I was like, fucking hell, man. That's what a career change that's been.
No, I don't see myself doing that. So I'm going to wrap some presents. I've already put the tree up. We had a wee projector for outside our house that projected like Santa and a snowman and that. We've had it for a good few years, and I went to plug it in yesterday and it's broke. So I'm going to go and buy another one. I got that one in Aldi years ago. And I'm just got to chill out.
Watch some stuff on the telly.
Yes, and I'll be able to report back next week.
Good stuff. As I said, I'll be in Ireland, absolutely wrestling all weekend, sweating it out, doing moves and stuff like that.
Sweating it out.
I will be sweating it out, but I'm heavy sweating.
You're always heavy
I've
sweat.
seen the venue on the Friday. It looks like a warm
Wee
place.
sweat box.
I'm in a match against 4 other guys, and I'm just going to battle them all.
Nice.
One or 2 of them off of Spain, just going to absolutely fucking
Go through them.
flamenco dance them. Oh, bedoof, man. Bugger through them like a bull.
Right, okay. Okay, well, that's us.
That is that us for the day, aye?
Yes.
I've got Hannah's off, so what? Okay, I'm not actually. But I thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I've been Ravie Davie. She has been
Georgia.
And we have been the 10 Years In podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you here again next week.
Bye.
Toodles.